I'm here in a kitchen. This kitchen was built through an NGO working in Malawi, funding these incredible porridge and education programs. They come into a school, they build this kitchen block which is staffed by these lovely ladies from the local community. These huge vats of porridge, each one feeds approximately 300 children. And they're filled with a maize and soya porridge with added vitamins and minerals that the children wouldn't otherwise have in their diet.
Half of Malawi's population is under the age of 15, primary school age. But a large proportion of those don't ever access school, they don't come into school. So by providing a free meal each day in the school, it attracts children in. Often these children don't eat in the morning, so the opportunity to get a good, tasty, nutritious meal is a huge attraction for them. Those kids come into school for the meal, but first of all they have to go into class, and once they're in class they start to learn. They then get their porridge, and then they go back into class with a full stomach and the ability to concentrate.
It's an incredibly sustainable, amazing project. It's getting kids into school because they're coming in to eat, which means they're getting an education, which means they're in class and they're learning properly because they're not hungry. And the community are learning the importance of education because they're staffing this themselves. There's some real ownership on their part, which is really, really important.
The basic principle behind Mary's Meals is giving children the opportunity to get an education. That's the way out of poverty, is through education. We're working in 328 schools across the country now. Today, if all the kids turn up, we fed 470,000 kids. Before we start the Mary's Meals programme, before we start feeding, these schools see very high rates of absenteeism and dropout. As soon as we start feeding, the absenteeism disappears almost completely. It's quite amazing. Dropout stops as well. Kids come into school, they get something they want, and they're starting to learn.
So with One Porridge Oats in the UK, in partnership with Morning Foods and with retailers like Tesco's and Sainsbury's and the Co-op and Ocado and Waitrose and Morrison's, we can start funding these projects through the sale of One Porridge Oats.
It's great to think that actually we're going to put some porridge on the shelves at Tesco this autumn, 5 different products, and every product that we sell will actually contribute to this sort of project going on in Malawi with schools. You can actually help feed a child every week, Monday to Friday, so that they come to school, get themselves education and get themselves a future. That's amazing.
It's superb that Mrs. Smith on the high street can just pick up a box of breakfast cereal, and it's going to make a huge difference to children in Malawi and everywhere else in Africa. And of course, Mrs. Smith on the high street is just paying the same as any other cereal, but getting a fantastic quality product and making a huge difference. So it's a no-brainer, really.
What we're hoping is that customers will come in, they'll buy the One Porridge. When they're eating their porridge in the morning, they know that they're helping children in Malawi get a free school meal every day. And hopefully that means that they'll be able to concentrate better at school, means a better education and hopefully a better life.
We're scratching the surface at the moment with about 6% of schools in need actually having these projects in this country. And through the sale of One Porridge Oats, we can start funding them, we can get kids into school, get them a proper education and get them fed. So I mean, it's really, really simple, really simple. All we're asking you to do is when you open your kitchen cupboard in the morning or you open your desk drawer at work and you pull out your porridge oats or your bag of porridge or your porridge pot, don't pull out another brand. Buy One Porridge Oats. We fund these incredible projects here in Malawi. This is a school of 3,000 children that I've just spent the last 2 hours seeing them get fed for the first time today, possibly for the first time since yesterday. And all we're asking you to do is change brands and buy One Porridge Oats.